What's going on? Welcome back. It's Rick NSX coming at you from Mission 13 in our Dragon's Fury campaign. This is anti-ship. Lots going on, but we're going to jump into it, and then I'll kind of break out what we've got going on today. So let's do this thing.
Chief, all good? Yeah, we replaced the board. You had one piece of shrapnel there doing the short when you were moving about. It could have been worse, you know? Well, how about you see what it's like to find yourself in pitch black with flak busting about? It was pretty bad. All is good now. We pre-flighted. All is checked. You can just start her up. I'll jump on the heli and go back. I'll see you back at Anderson. You have a safe flight.
That dude, my crew chief, man, he is the best. Absolute world class at keeping this jet going. So, you know, couldn't do this without him. And truth be told, he probably deserves a raise for working with me. Some sort of medal, a promotion, something. I am forever bringing this jet back with some nonsense going on. Alright, so you may have noticed, we're not at Anderson. As he mentioned, as my crew chief mentioned, we're actually at, we're at Tinian.
Roger. There's no tower. We push 2 on uniform. Get clearance from Dark Star. Roger. Pushing 2 on uniform.
We'll go ahead and check in and get all that taken care of, and then I'll kind of give you more.
Dark Star, Uzi check. Uzi, Dark Star, I read you with 5. Continue. We're just about ready for taxi. Departure runway 8. Roger, you are clear to taxi. Departure runway 8. Turn left for noise abatement. What noise abatement? The noise the SAMs will make when they hit you if you don't turn left. Roger. Taxi to runway 8. Take off and left turn for noise abatement. Uzi flight.
That's awesome. Alright, so why are we at Tinian? Well, if you'll remember from last episode, and if you didn't watch that, go watch that one first. It explains how we got here. After that episode, or during that flight, we actually got some sort of shrapnel from something, and we ended up having a blackout, a full blackout. Electrical went haywire. We ended up landing here at Tinian just to make sure that we could get down safely. And truth be told, we almost didn't do that. So overnight, my crew chief flew in, and he took care of business. He came over. He was able to get me up and running. I may have just made a huge mistake. Okay, perfect. Up and running, and we are obviously getting ready to take off, which goes to show how well he did. So he took a helicopter, which obviously is taking off now, and he flew on over with the parts needed to fix the aircraft, got us all situated. My wingman actually flew back from Anderson to be here so that we could take off from the same airport. Give me just a second.
1, taxi left on taxiway. 2 following. 2 following.
And so then overnight, while all of that was going on, the Chinese were able to bring in some supplies and some military units on some landing ships, escorted by two ships of their own, so 6 total ships. landed last night. We got communication that they are actually rolling out or steaming out this morning. And so we're going to go sink them. Hang on.
Left on taxiway. Look at those hunks of charred steel. Yeah, some of that is your work. Looks different from where we are.
Well, I mean, in fairness, don't start none, won't be none. Some of that is my work, and I am proud of it. So, at the end of the day, you know, this whole campaign started with us doing mission to sink ships. So we were doing anti-ship training, and you know, you hate to have to do the damage, but that's why we train, and we train hoping not to use it, but we use it knowing that we've got training on it. So, oof. What?
Don't look on your left. I think I've seen a body in the grass. Come on, I'm not that squeamish. The Marines were saying they couldn't pull all the bodies out. Some may have some ordnance that may not be safe to operate.
Woo! Yeah, there is that toll, and it's interesting because we're up there dropping bombs from 20,000 feet. You know, you see the explosion, and man, is it fun to watch. But you don't really think about that human toll. It's just, you know, from 20,000 feet, which is roughly 4 miles above it, you don't see that level of impact. So it is interesting to see that at the airfield. It's interesting to see that it's modeled into the scenario, into the campaign. But I mean, it's realistic, so there you go. So we are taxiing down to the end of this runway. This is not like Anderson. It is miles down the taxiway to get to the active. We are turning left out of here for noise abatement, aka not getting shot by SAMs. But because we're at Tinian, our route is really short. 10 miles to Steerpoint 1. It's like 15 from there to Steerpoint 2, and then 10 to Steerpoint 3. Steerpoint 3 is where we will be locating the ships and sinking them. I will probably stage my wingman just to the west of the shipping and go in solo to take out the whatever they've got escorting the landing ships. And then once we're free and clear of those two, right? Let's go. Got a mission to run. Oh, she is a ways back there. All right. That's probably my bad. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'll probably go ahead and sink the 2 escorts, and then once they're no longer a factor, I will turn her loose on the landing ships, and we'll just kind of make those bombing runs, take care of the ships. I do have 4 GBU-12s, and then we've got 4 Mark 82s, I believe, as well. So the GBUs are obviously laser guided. The Mark 82s are not, so I would really prefer to just be able to drop the laser guided bombs, have her drop on a couple of ships, and then call it a day. But we'll just have to see how it goes. And then once we're done with that, we're back to Anderson, assuming no additional issues. We do have a 300-gallon tank under the center line. We do not have an ECM pod. The routing has us flying around SAM coverage, so I'm hoping that that's not an issue. But we'll just have to see once we get there. So let's go ahead and roll it out, get off the ground, and get this mission underway. All right, going for the throttles. Brakes released. Airspeed is alive. It's funny how quickly that happens when you're in full afterburner. Alright, we're going to rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Gear up and throttle back. Now, I will say, we need to get some altitude, because depending on what the ships are that are protecting the landing craft, we may have to get up high. I mean, if they've got missiles, if it's a destroyer or something, I'm not even sure that we're going to be able to climb high enough to get above it. But if it's not something like that, we may be able to just climb above it. 100 miles north. Okay. Whew. We've seen what the destroyers can do, so we want to make sure to stay away from those. So we are going to climb probably to about Angels 17, 16, 17. Maybe Angels 18, although I think that might get up into the clouds. And with the targeting pod and laser guided bombs, probably don't want to get all the way up there because we need to be able to see the targets. But we'll just have to see how this plays out, what it looks like. But until then, we are climbing. We're actually approaching steer point 1, so I'm going to switch to steer point 2. What? Well, that shouldn't be happening. We should be outside the WES for an HQ7. Okay. Alright, so they are active. We just need to make sure that we're being smart as we fly this thing, I guess. Alright, so there's 16,000. We're not quite up into the clouds yet, so we'll continue our climb, maybe to 17. Let's just see how 17 looks, and then we'll go from there. Now the funny thing is, since I haven't been back to, well, there's 17. Let's go ahead and hang out here. Now, since I haven't been back to Anderson, I don't have the helmet-mounted queuing system, but I do have night vision. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be flying with that. But we had it last mission. That was obviously flown at night. We haven't been back to Anderson to get that squared away, so GBUs, just taking a real quick look at the GBU setup, and I'll set up the targeting pod once we turn hot here in just a second. So we are about 3 miles from steer point 2. We're going to turn hot on steer point 3, and oh, yep. So right down there, I see the ships. That's interesting. Okay, so it does look like there is one small in front, one small in back. Those are probably the whoopsies. It's gonna be the escorts.
1112. I have the ships on my T-pod.
Roger, I have them too, escorted by 2 corvettes.
Corvettes, how exciting. Those things will fire at you. Okay. Well. I'm gonna start by taking this guy.
Dark Star Uzi, do you have any intel on what those corvettes are? Looks like Grisha and Tarantul. Recommend staying above Angel 16.
Alright. I'm gonna stay at Angels 18 and a half.
Requesting weapons hot. Clear on.
Alright, so we're about 8 seconds. 8 seconds from pickling. We're here at 18,800. Alright. Target is locked. Drop queue is coming in. I do believe that's going to pickle off this left wing. Pickle, pickle. Okay. About a 30-second drop. The laser is going to stay armed because we do have the laser set to 30 seconds prior to impact. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Impact.
Check.
Perfect. All right. So we will get some distance between us, and I'll actually flip a U-turn here in a second. Come back and see if we can hit that first Corvette without getting hit. And once we do that, we should be in business. I'll probably get out like 10 miles before I flip this U-turn. I do have, just want to make sure I got my countermeasures ready to go in case they start firing, but we are up here at basically 19,000 feet, so I'm hopeful that that keeps us in business. Alright, so we're 10 miles out. We are going to go ahead and turn on. We're going to turn hot. I'm going to zoom back out on this bad boy so that when we do get turned around, hopefully we can find what we're looking for. Okay, still got them. They're still steaming. Oh, buddy. That's a dangerous game to play. Nothing says shoot me down like challenging a Corvette to a shooting match. Now I'm going to go ahead. We are 15 seconds out. Ten seconds. 5, 4. The countdown slowed down. It wasn't that I didn't count correctly, it's just that the countdown wasn't counting. Okay, And this should pickle, if I'm not mistaken, off the right wing. Okay. Pickle, pickle. Now after this hits, the landing ships aren't going to have protection, and so I will turn to loose on them. I will swing back around as well. Oh, where are we going? Oh, that might have been a disaster. What happened there?
Jack, I think I got this one. Yeah, she's gone down.
You know, it didn't. There we go.
I have second
There we
orders.
go.
She's breaking up.
Dark Star, the Corvettes are sinking. We'll continue. Attack primary target and rejoin.
Alright. So she should break off. She's going to do the same thing I'm going to do, which is wrap around. And I am going to make life miserable for the next boat. Alright, we're 30 seconds out. Okay, 16 seconds. Seven seconds to the drop. Two, one. I do believe this will come off the left wing. Okay. And laser is activated. Got about 20 seconds to impact. Ten seconds. Boom. Okay. That leaves us one GBU. I'm gonna go ahead and turn hot. Okay. We are 5 seconds from drop. Lined up. Here we go. Pickle, pickle, pickle. Alright, we are 15 seconds out. Alright, now that does mean we're gonna have to run in. We've got 6 Mark 82s. We'll drop those with a 20-foot. Now with these, I'm actually going to make a U-turn. Come on. Give me a good hit. Oops. You're not going to tell me that that ship is not sinking, are you? It actually appears that it's not. Okay. Oh, nope. Got it.
We got him, Dark Star. Dark Star confirms. Good ship. RTV. Join up.
Okay. Well, why the hell are you... Well... I'd really like to not get hit by said Sam.
Uzi, Darkstar, haul ass. I have radio traffic. You will have company from Saipan. 4 flankers taking off. Damn it, do we have any cover?
Oof. Got him.
Cat 92 X-ray. You
I
have the
do
Navy
see him.
task force ready to support you. Roger, Niner 2 X-ray. Have a tanker ready. Copy. Texaco available if needed.
We are 100 miles from home. And we've got incoming. Okay. We're definitely running low on go-go juice. We are about to go bingo. Where is that support? Yep. Okay, there's 1,800 pounds. Boy, we are just blowing through fuel. We're just short of Mach 1.3. Got 60 miles. I mean, I think at 1,000 miles, I'm gonna have to pull back on the throttles. Or at 1,000 pounds, is really what I meant.
Uzi, flanker group is down. Extra clear.
Oh,
Roger, we're RTB.
thank goodness. Because I was getting close to a scary number. So I know that there is a tanker. I'm just not sure that I'm gonna need it. We're 50 miles from home. Got 900 pounds of fuel. I think we might be okay. I think we might be okay. .95 X-ray. What do we got? Yeah, no, I gotcha. So that is the low fuel warning. Not that we didn't already know that, but we are at 33 miles.
Uzi, 1, inbound.
.208. Alright guys, well, we had a little run from the law there. Fortunately, we were able to escape. I am pulling the throttles back as we descend. Perfect. Look at that. I've never been more excited to see home. Whew. I am looking forward to seeing the battle damage assessment summary. And so, I think we ended up, I don't know what my wingman thought the mission was, but when I told her to start sinking ships, she was like, okay, I'm good. Later. So I had no idea. So I think I did end up sinking all 6 ships myself, which is fine. We were able to do that. I will say I'm not sure what happened, but I did, after I dropped those bombs and started climbing away, it looked like some sort of damage occurred to the airplane, so I'm not sure. I'll have to check that out, but all right. Yep, thank you. I was going to say, I'm really quite confused here. So there's 500 pounds. And now the jet is saying, hey guy, I don't know if you know what it's like to fall out of the air, but if you don't, you're about to find out. Patriot missile side is saying, hey, welcome home. I just want to say thank you, Patriot missile site. I appreciate it. I appreciate the welcome. Okay, so there is Anderson Air Force Base. Yay! £350. Well, I will say this mission pushed me to the very limits in terms of fuel conservation, in terms of getting back without having to air-to-air refuel, so good on it. Down to 250 pounds. I guess I need to reserve saying I finished this mission until I get to the ground. Because we're only at 200 pounds of fuel. Alright, we're on final. Gears coming down. 180 pounds of fuel. 3 green, no red. Butter. Butter. All right, so we are way down the runway. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna taxi to a parking area, alright. Just may not be the, well, and actually, there wasn't the one, quote-unquote, that I took off from, because I didn't even leave from this airport. Pretty sure I deserve one of these covered overhang bunkers, because, whew, this has been an adventure, for sure. So we've got 113 pounds of fuel. Gonna try to taxi back to my parking space. Whew. This is a long way to taxi. Not gonna lie. But we're almost there. I know where my parking space is. It's right up here. I've got 41 pounds of fuel. I'm not sure I'm gonna make it to said parking space, but we'll see. So at this point, I would think they'd start rethinking China. China is they. They would start rethinking this war they're in. I mean, they're losing shipping assets, they're losing air assets, they're losing people assets, they're losing strategic weaponry assets, and all because they wanted to be a little closer to America. Well, that's just silly. And they should have thought about that. I want to make sure I don't get that guy with a missile. I joke with you not. We have parked with 1 pound of fuel. The engines are going to shut down now. I'm going to put it in idle, but we have no fuel left. None. 0 pounds. That was an unexpected situation. And any small deviation we'd have been done for. So, man, I cut it a little close there. Let's get to the battle damage assessment, see how we did. $3,400 is my score. So I did take down 6 ships. Those 4 airplanes that took off trying to kill me did get taken down, so that's good news. Unfortunately, this is my wingman, 1 out of 4. Result is 100. Man, that was craziness. That was pure craziness. But excited that that happened. And it went that way. So, thank you for joining me on this mission. I don't know how many more we have. We're already on 13. So, hopefully you've been enjoying the series. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I know most of my viewers of my content are not subscribed, so it'd be fantastic if you guys would subscribe and I could reach a larger network. But other than that, thank you for joining me. This has been Rick NSX. Have a good one.